Hey guys, welcome back to Bish, Bash, Bosh Book Club. We've not done many of these, have we?
No.
We wanted to do one every day. I think we've done about 7.
Yeah, we have only done 7, but you know what? It's fine because we're doing one for you right now. And today's Bish, Bash, Bosh Book Club is going to revolve around curry. Now, who doesn't like curry?
Love a good curry. I mean, isn't that like the perfect night in with your missus, with your mister, with your mates? Oh, I'm getting a curry.
Curry. I mean, it's a Friday night staple. It's a Saturday night staple. It's the sort of thing you'll go out on a Saturday night after the football, have a couple of drinks. Both Henry and I love curry. And also, another thing about curry. Curry is a fantastic thing for vegans to eat because of the wonderful flavour profile of all those spices.
So true. Do you know what? I read somewhere that essentially all cuisines, you're focusing on a few different flavours, matching them together and actually trying to pair flavours that go well, except for curry. And the goal in curry is contrast, and so much contrast that you get a balance of a multitude of contrasts of flavours. Imagine that, just like, it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, it certainly does.
10 different spices, you've got the onion, you've got the ginger, the aromatics, the veggies, all simmered away to an incredible, gorgeous, balanced imbalance.
You kind of feel like an artist when you're cooking a curry because, like Henry says, you're taking little bits and bobs, like little different colours, and putting them all together and bringing them together and creating something wonderful. Now, talking about wonderful curry, we've got a fair few in this book. And the first one we'll talk about is the one tray pasanda, which is basically very, very similar to a korma in terms of it's quite mild, but it's got a really nice creaminess. And we developed...
I'll find that one for you, dude.
Yeah. We developed this thing where you pop all of your vegetables on the tray and you make a really simple sauce, and it's just like it minimizes effort, it minimizes washing up, and it maximizes satisfaction because everything about this one tray pasanda just ticks your boxes.
It's simple, it's quick, it's gorgeous, and actually this is what you want to get done in just a few minutes on a quiet night in. It takes about 20 minutes. Perfect, creamy pasanda.
Now, I've never been to India before. I know Henry has, but I've never been there before. And it is absolutely one of the places that I just really must go in sometime in the not too distant future. And the reason why, it isn't about like the scenery, it isn't about the vibe, it's about the food.
I mean, the food there is unbelievable. I traveled all over India. I've been to Nepal 3 times as well. They do amazing curry. And yeah, they know how to do it simply, you know. They don't spend hours and hours and hours cooking a dish. They just bosh it out, excuse the term, bosh it out real quick. They know what they're doing, home-style Indian cooking. And actually, what we've tried to replicate here is, well, I mean, how would I describe it? I think this is more like a... The curries we've put in here, the delightful dal is probably the next one we should talk about. Let's talk about the delightful dal. That is a curry which is quite traditional in its flavour profile.
Exactly. Now, dal is the sort of thing that, when done badly, it's terrible. But when done well, it's probably the best curry you can get your hands on.
Do you know, that's so true. I never used to like dal until I tasted good dal in India.
Now, yeah, lentils, again, are fantastic for vegans or people who are adopting a more plant-based lifestyle because they're packed full of protein and they're really, really filling and they're very, very cheap.
So that is a Banyan Dal. I mean, look at that picture, right? So we've actually served it with a roti, and in this recipe, you've got ingredients for the roti, the method for the roti, super simple to make your own, so much better and so much more satisfying than buying something rubbish from the shop. But this dal is so good, Ian put his name on it. It's like, the flavour is incredible. So much complexity, so much simplicity. It's like a hug in a bowl.
We worked quite a long time on different variations of that recipe, and the one key ingredient that sort of put the cherry on top of everything was the fenugreek. Ground fenugreek is sort of, it's like magic dust going into the curry. It just lifts everything together and it's really, really delicious.
So there's 2 more curries which I'd love to talk about. We have the Curry House Jalfrezi, which is incredible, and the sweet potato Tikka Masala, which is on page 88. Here you go, Ian, you can be my able assistant.
Yes, indeedy.
There we go, those 2.
Those 2 here. First, Jalfrezi?
Jalfrezi first. This Jalfrezi is incredible. What we did is we wanted to make a British curry house style curry. You know how when you go to your favourite curry house and it's just so much more creamy than normally when you make a curry. It's got that thick gravy, sumptuous, it's perfect. Well, we've created that. the way that they do that is typically they will have a stock, which is their signature stock for that particular curry house. It's basically like an onion soup.
Oh, yes.
Actually, like an Indian flavored onion soup. And they get a particular spice mix for a particular curry. They add the stock and they add the veggies or the meat, and that's it. So we've used that same technique here. You actually make a separate stock, you blend that up to make it super smooth, and you add it to your Jalfrezi spices and your roasted veg.
And now you can make a big batch of that stock as well and save it for later. So you can sort of make a few different curries out of that same stock, which is good. That's forward planning.
No, it's so true. Yeah, if you get that stock and you whack it in the freezer, then you know you've got a curry in like 20 minutes. This uses the same technique. This is a sweet potato tikka masala. Oh my goodness, so tasty. Now both the Jalfrezi and the tikka masala are like Britain's favorite curries. So that's why they had to be #1 and 2 in this book. And honestly, they are unbelievable.
I love a tikka masala, and I love this one in particular. Sweet potato is really, really good because it's like when you roast it off, you've got that lovely sweetness, and it's super, super filling. It's the perfect alternative to chicken.
So there you have it. That's a few of the curries in this book. In fact, there's so many curries that we've actually included them in their own little section at the front.
Now here
where
we are.
You can see here.
Incredible curries.
Loads of gorgeous curry. If you're a curry fan, you're going to love this book. We would love you to get a copy, cook one, and send us a picture.
4th of April is when it drops. We're doing a massive launch party at Vegan Nights at Truman Brewery on Brick Lane. So if you're in London, do come down and party with us.
That's going to be fun. And grab yourself a copy of this. The link is in our bio or in the description. Come and join Team Bish Bash Bosh.
Bish.
Bash.
Bosh.